Welcome back, racers and builders. This is event number 4, the 200-meter sprint. This is the crown jewel event for speed. This is going to be who gets bragging rights for an Olympic record. Best time. Currently, the world record is set by Flip. He was driving this yellow Torino in that event. World record time is a 1.710. We're going to find out what the Olympic record is here in a little bit. The difference is that car only had to run about, what was that? 4 or 5 times? Well, more than that. He ran twice for qualifying, and then in that final run, he won that record. So that was only 6 runs. These cars in the Olympics, because this is the 4th event, they've had quite a few more runs, so they might have some fatigue. We'll find out. We'll see how their speeds match up to that other event. When I randomized it, this came up as the 2nd speed event, so that's just how it worked out. We are going to run these in the order that they have points. Currently, Sloppy Bear, HSL, and Stray Dog have yet to score a point. We'll see if they can get on the board today. Raging Ricky got his first point in the last event. Bad Dad got a point in the first speed event, so we'll see if he can get some more points today. HSL had 0 in that first speed event, but since then he's collected points. He's up to 10 points. Abby Normal and Mako have 11 points. Iceman, he's got 16. Puff, Farrell, Patrick, and Chase are tied with 17 points each. Dog Squad, with his win in the accuracy event, is up to 18 points. And then Arlo is currently 2nd with 21 points. And Flip won the first 2. And then he was in the bottom 5 on the accuracy, so he's got 25, but he's still got a 4-point lead going into this event. That's the order they're going to run. Let's get to it. This is Sloppy Bear. First run in the 200-meter dash. 1861. Run number 2 for Sloppy Bear. Needs to get in the 17s. 1862. HSL Motorsports. First run in the 200-meter qualifying round. 1774. HSL run 2 in qualifying. 1783. All right, Stray Dog's turn for qualifying. First run. 1754. Best time we've seen so far. 1754. 1759. Raging Ricky. This is going to be his first run of the 200-meter dash. First 2 runs and speed events are combined to get your qualifying time for top 10. 1762, Raging Ricky's 2nd run. 1763. All right, next up for qualifying is Bad Dad. He scored points in the first timed event. Let's see if he can get out of that bottom 5. 1776, Bad Dad's 2nd run for qualifying. Needs to get in the 50s here. 1774 again. Next up is Travelers Racing League in qualifying. These are the middle 5 in points. 1768. All right, Travelers, 2nd run in qualifying. 1769. Next up to qualify is Abby Normal, Team Germany. 49, first run. All right, qualifying run 2 for Abby Normal. See if we can get in the 30s. 50. Next to qualify is Mako, Team USA in his Pontiac. This is qualifying run 1. 17:39. All right, 39 is the best time we've seen so far in qualifying. This is Mako's second run. 47. All right, current Olympic record 17:39 by Mako. This is Iceman's first run in qualifying. 17:39 is currently the best time we've seen. 41. All right, this is qualifying run 2 for Iceman. He was just off the best time. See if he can beat a 39. A 40. Close. First qualifying run. A 48. All right, this is Puff's second qualifying run. See if you can get in the 30s. 46. This is Pharaoh Mods. This is his qualifying run 1. 43. All right, this is qualifying run 2 for Pharaoh Patrick. See if you can get in the 30s. 62. This is Chase's first qualifying run. 26. All right, current Olympic record holder Chase. This is second qualifying run. Another 26. New record in the Olympics is 17:26 by Chase. Next up, based on points, is Dog Squab. This is first run in qualifying. $17.59. This is qualifying run 2 for Dog Squab. 52. Arlo. Qualifying run 1. See if you can beat a 26. 26. Here we go. Arlo's second qualifying run, looking to beat a 26. A 25. Just got the record. All right, current Olympic record. Arlo is 25. All right, this is Flip's first qualifying run. Olympic record is 17:25. World record is 17:10. 17:12. Flip is just 2 thousandths off from the world record. Qualifying run 2. 15. Qualifying is done. These are the top 10. Stray Dog is going to get on the board here. He's a top 10 time. He is ahead of 11th by 12 hundredths. So that's a big enough gap where that's going to be clean cut for the top 10. That's the order they're going to run. In timed events, you get 1 run to post your best time, and then depending on the performance of the rest of the field, that's where we make the cut. So it's going to be Stray Dog, Dog Squab, Pharaoh, Patrick, Abby Normal, Puffs, Mako, Iceman, Chase, Arlo, and Flip. That's the order they're going to run in this first round of point scoring in the 200-meter sprint. Let's get it going. In the first speed event, the 400-meter, Abby Normal was 10th and was able to run a better time and improve 2 spots. So there is a chance, based on how close these bottom 1, 2, 3, 4, the bottom 5 are all pretty close. So there could be some movement here. Let's see what happens. This is Stray Dog's run in the point scoring round, 200-meter sprint. 17:61. This is Dog Squab. He was 9th after qualifying. Let's see if he can gain a spot. This is his run in point scoring round. A 56. All right, Farrell Patrick. He's run in the 40s and in the 60s. All right, Farrell Patrick. Point scoring round. Let's see what he gets. A 79. For some reason, for that Mustang has times that fluctuate on it. Let's see what happens here with Abby Normal in his point scoring round. 200 meter sprint. A 53. All right, this is Puff's run. Let's see if he can crack the top 5. First run, 200 meter sprint in the point scoring round. There's a run in the 40s. I think that's what you're gonna need going forward. See if you can maintain that speed. All right, let's see if the top 5 are running in the point scoring rounds. This is Mako's run. A 43. Here's Iceman's run in the point scoring. See if he can maintain or climb. A 44. All right, these are the top 3. Chase, first run. Current best is a 43. In the round, he ran a 32. All right, once again, Chase and Arlo were right on top of each other in the speed events. That last round, it was only 1,000th difference in the first 2 rounds. Chase ran a 32. Let's see what Arlo can do here in the first round of scoring. 33. This is Flip's run. An 18. Still tops after the first round. All right, this is the order they ran after qualifying. Flip had an 18. He's still top time. Chase ran a 32 and Arlo ran a 33, so they flip-flopped. But their total time, exactly the same. All right, who is next? Mako passed up Iceman. He ran a 43. Iceman ran a 44. Puff ran a 47. Abby Normal with a 53. Dog Squab with a 56. He passed up Farrell Patrick. Stray Dog got a 61. He also passed up Farrell Patrick. And the Mustang ran a 79. Just like in the other speed event, there was some big fluctuations, so I don't know if he swims in the lane or for whatever reason. There's a lot of time variation in that Mustang on the speed events, but he's up there in the points, so he's consistent throughout the events. We are going to make the cut. Those bottom 3 are pretty close. A 53 through a 61. Abnormal through Stray Dog. So I think we're just going to cut Farrell Patrick and go from there. All right, this is Stray Dog's run. Second round. He needs to get in the 50s. A 67. All right, let's see what Dog Squab can do. Gotta post a good time each round. A 55. All right, Abnormal's got to beat a 55 to maintain his spot. He wants to get lower though to try to challenge higher up and survive the cut. 53. Puff's got to beat a 53 to avoid getting cut in the second round here at the 200 meter sprint. 52. There is only 3,000 separating those 8th, 7th, and 6th place. This is Iceman. Can he separate himself from the rest. Current best time in this round is a 52. 47. Best run so far. All right, this is Mako's run. He's got to beat a 17:47 to stay ahead of the pack. Let's see what he does. 49. All right, Arlo and Chase. They are tied in overall time. Chase passed him up last round with a 10,000th win. A 31. All right, Chase has got to beat a 17:31. That's what Arlo just ran. These guys are very evenly matched on the speed. Let's see what Chase can do in the second round. 35. All right, let's see what Flip can do. Current Olympic record holder of a 17:12. This is his run in the second round of point scoring. A 20. All right, this is the order they ran after that last round. Stray Dog got a 67. Dog Squad had a 55. Heavy Normal had a 53. Puff had a 52. Iceman, Mako actually dropped a spot. He had a 49. And Iceman had a 47. Then we had a 35 for Chase, a 31 for Arlo. They swapped spots again. Flip had a 20. That's their order now. All right, we're gonna cut Stray Dog. He's on the board. He scored 2 points. We got another person on the board. Which means we're gonna run Dog Squad with a 55, Abby Normal with a 53, and Puffs with a 52. Mako and Iceman, 49 and 47. They're all right on top of each other there. We're gonna do another round. See if we've got a definitive cut line for that. Let's get it going. They're all very close. Let's see what Dog Squad can do. 54. It's better than his last round. Is it gonna be enough? All right, Abby Normal. Currently 7th. Needs to beat a 17:54. A 52. All right, Abby Normal improved off of their last round as well. Puffs ran a 52 last round, and that's what Abby Normal just ran. He's got to beat a 52 to maintain his spot. A 50. All right, Mako and Iceman are pretty evenly matched. They've been running in the... Mako had a 39 to start, and since then, him and Iceman have been trading spots here in the mid-40s. Let's see what happens here. $51. He's below Puffs. All right, we've got some point swapping going on here. These guys are all between a 50 and a 54 so far. Let's see if Iceman can rise above that pack of cars. 47. All right, we're back to the battle with Chase and Arlo. Chase ran a 35 last round. Arlo ran a 31 to get some separation. Let's see if Chase can fight back. This is his point scoring round 2. 33. All right, it's Arlo's turn to answer. Chase improved from his 35 to a 33. See what Arlo's got. 30. All right, here we go. Flip has run from a 12 to a 20. He's in those teens. Let's see what happens here. Next round. An 18. The results from our round 3 of point scoring in the 200-meter sprint. Flip had an 18. Arlo had a 30. Chase had a 33. 47 for Iceman. Puff had a 50. Mako dropped a spot. He had a 51. Abby Normal had a 52. And Dog Squab had a 54. So we are going to make a cut at Iceman. That's how those 4 are going to finish after they've raced back and forth, swapped. That is where the cut is this round. We're down to the top 3, Chase, Arlo, and Flip. All right, these are the final 3. Chase had the initial advantage. See what they've got in this next round. Point scoring in the 200-meter sprint, a 34. All right, Arlo's got to beat a 34. See if he can do it. This is his run. A 30 again. All right, this is Flip's victory lap. Can he get lower than a 12? A 15. Final standings for the 200-meter sprint. Flip has 10 points. He won the event. His 3rd win out of 4 events. Arlo is 2nd, 9 points. Chase, 8 points. Iceman, 7 points. Puffs, 6 points. That's the top 5. Mako, he's got 5 points. Abby Normal, 4 points. Dog Swap, 3 points. Stray Dog made the cut here in this event, scored some points. He's got 2 now. And Feral Patrick got 10th for 1 point. Here's how the speed events have stacked up. The top 5 are all the same from that 400 meter, but then there's been some point swapping and position changes. So the top are coming back to the field, I think, a little bit. There's still 2 more speed events. We're going to see how that trend continues. Our next event's going to be a distance event. That is going to be an even longer distance, so we'll see how these cars do on that as well. There might be some fatigue kicking in. This is almost halfway through the 10 events. All right, let's take a look at the point totals. Flip has got a 35. Arlo's at a 30. Chase is back up to 3rd, 25 points. Puff and Iceman are tied at 23. That's the top 5. Dog Swab and Feral Patrick dropped after this round. They've got 21 and 18. Mako's got 16. Abnormal Speed's got 15. Travelers has got 10. Stray Dog's got 2. And Bad Dad and Raging Ricky have 1. All right, that's how they've stacked up here through the first 4 events. Next event is going to be a distance event. We'll see you there. Keep building.